Hey, welcome back to Optimistic Garage. I want to take a few minutes today and try to install a new bike hitch on the front of my RV. But I did it the right way by ordering something off the online auction that I've never seen or used before. And we're going to try to make it work on the front of my trailer. Now, I haven't looked at this yet. I just picked it up from the auction. Obviously, super cheap. I looked these things up. They're a couple $100. So I was able to get a good deal and hopefully enough of it here in this box that I'm about to show you that'll make it work. All right, what do we have here? It's called jacket, I guess. But this is the part I saw here. It looks like it goes on the front of the trailer. And the reason I want this is I want to get the bikes off the top of this tow vehicle here, because it's a little hard for a guy to get them up and down, you know what I mean? And also, it'll give me a little better aerodynamics, if you will. So let's, the box seems to be mostly complete, so let's open it up. All right, this is the double bike stand. Looks like Liebert components. Liebert? I don't know how to say that. Arrow. Fits all bike frames. You can see the bikes. It goes on most A-frame trailers. Yeah, let's see what we got. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Looks like we might be missing a few things. Let's see what we got. Hardware, maybe? That's a good sign. Oh, we even have instructions. That's actually surprising. I wasn't expecting that. Usually you get these auction things and you're missing something or another. It doesn't even look like, I'll be honest, it doesn't look like this has even been assembled. Could that be possible? That they never even, it's just a return? Let's get it the rest of the way out and we'll look at it. Okay, well this is what we got. This looks like the main tower piece. And then we got a couple extensions here and here. At first I thought we only had 3. I think these are the doodads the bike hang on. You adjust. I got 4 of those, which should be good for 2 bikes. Split Y thing and the arms. Some hardware and some hardware that was miscellaneous in the box, so that's kind of concerning, but if that's all we're missing is a little bit of hardware, that's not a big deal. So I'm gonna go through the instructions real quick. I won't bore you with that. And then I'll walk you through the installation of this. Let me get you set up over by the RV. We're back on the old Wildwood FSX. And the hope is we're gonna put it right here over our propane tanks. Okay, so the first thing that they want us to do is to remove your tongue jack from the trailer. And in order to do that, I think I'm just gonna back up my vehicle and hook it to the vehicle. And then we can unbolt. There's 3 bolts here. Once we get the weight off it, we should be able to just unbolt that. I'm also going to take off this cover because I don't want it to be in the way. So let me get the cover off, get the vehicle hooked up, and we'll start unbolting these bolts here. Uh, 9/16. What we got? I don't know if I'd have to take off the tank cover, but I can tell this is gives you a lot more room. Make it a lot easier, so kind of glad I did. Yes, it's one more step, but you can definitely see a lot more down here what's going on. These just thread in, so no nut on the back side, just some lock washers. Okay, we are officially loose. Let me go grab the tower. Okay, so I have to pull our foot out here in the third hole. Remember, that's in the third hole. And then I'm wondering if a guy has enough slack. See it goes there, but there's not enough room for this. It's too tall to slide under there. So let's take a look a minute and see what we can come up with. Yeah, this bubble on here is supposed to be a leveler, but it's broken. It's been broken. There's nothing in it. But it's about a 1/4 inch at least sticking up above this cap. So I'm going to pull these 3 screws out of here and see if I can just eliminate that piece and put it back together. That might be enough, might just be enough for us to make this work. There we go. That'll work. Now, would this fit? That is the question. Let's see. Let's just see. Put a guy. Cap back on. That. No. Well, I love that. I get you'd probably want to leave it open in case you have to manually use it. What's in there? Just the back of these wire connectors are here, which I don't like to leave that out. Yeah, so I'm not seeing any way to modify that cap that would make it, it's about a finger thickness, where you'd be able to remove it if you need to, because what they say is you can still put your manual crank through here and access this hole if this were to stop working, which I want to keep that function, obviously. So I think what I'm going to do is just put some electrical tape over it for now to help slow down the water. I think it's going to be protected a little bit once we get this all put together. But if I can just slow it down, and that way if I ever need to get in there while this is all attached, I can just break the tape or pull it off as a backup. If my battery dies or my jack stops jacking. So first obstacle would be this. So if you have one of these jacks, you're going to run into this issue. But see, at least that covers it now, and you can't hardly tell. So I think that'll be fine. All right, let's get the bolts back in and get this mounted back up so I can get it off my car. the extension here. Call it the arm. Three-quarter. Get this snug down. Okay. All right, next we're going to attach what's called the base. This is the stinger attachment. This attaches the same way. Bolt, lock washer, regular washer, safety cotter pin on the end. Also, I guess padlock if you wanted to lock it. You could put a padlock through here, through this hole. It's plenty big enough, maybe a 1/4 inch. Small padlock for safety. I guess it's not. There we go. Cotter pin through, just like that. Pretty sturdy. Shaking the whole trailer, so it's plenty strong. Okay, so I had a little confusion here and I want to make sure. The instructions are just not clear on this part, but I think I have it figured out. So the bottom of the wings, the bottom side has one hole that goes all the way through, and the top has all these adjustment holes that go all the way through. Before you put this on, they call these wheel stops. So what you need to do is make sure one's pointing each way. So you loosen them up, like this, and then we're going to put the top one facing towards the trailer, and just leave them loose. And then we're going to put the bottom one facing the tow vehicle, the opposite direction as the first one, like that. And this slides down like that. I think something like that. Take your safety lock through like that. So these are adjustable still. I got them loose on there. I'm not sure yet where they're going to be or where they're going. Okay, now we got to put the hangers on here for the bike. So the wheels are going to go through these to stop them from swaying, is what I'm gathering. So now they're saying the guy will attach these straps to each one of these. Just slide over, it looks like. Not the easiest. These are hooks with our adjustments here for the bike. So there'll be two facing the trailer and two facing this way, the tow vehicle. And I'm going to do it, I'm going to put the higher ones towards the tow vehicle, or the trailer, because it kind of curves backwards. And it's going to give me more room for my pedals and stuff to hang down. It doesn't say that in the instructions, but in the pictures, that's what it looks like they did. I'm going to put it, I don't know, I might have to move them, so I'm going to start. Okay, not really sure. I think we're going to have to move these. We're going to go second from the bottom over here. And then should have 4 more of these straps somewhere. Okay, let's see if we can load a bike. All right, so I don't like these. These are in the way. Too many of this. So I'm gonna eliminate a couple of these in a minute. See what happens. I just feel like they're in the way. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Let's try to get a second one on there in a minute. So we have to go opposites here. So this one's gonna have to go. Voila. Okay, so everything's back together. I had to take off this piece here, which was no big deal. It's one bolt. Picked it off so I could get my cover back on, and I put that back on. But I got everything adjusted. My recommendation would be, if you have more than 2 bikes that you're gonna use at any given time, this is not the rack for you unless you start making marks where stuff goes, because these have to be placed so that your top of your wheels are in it, and depending on the size of the bikes, I have 2 different size bikes for my kids, I had to make it kind of, I had to adjust it, you know. They give you 4 wheel stops, but I only used 2. You saw I removed the other 2. The reason for that is they seem like they get in the way when you're trying, especially the back one here is the smaller bike I put on the back, and it just seemed like they were in the way and not necessary. So I kept them in case I need to replace these ones here or something, or I want to add them later. All in all, I think it's going to work. The bikes fit on there really good once you get them on there. I think I'll get the hang of it, you know, as I do it more and more. The other note here would be for this particular electric jack, electrical tape was my solution here. If anybody has any other ideas, I could probably modify that cap, but I didn't want to ruin it in case I ever remove this. I probably could get a replacement, but so that was a little bit of an issue. But it does fit on this trailer. 2 tanks, battery, electric jack, and we got this. So now I can get 2 kids' bikes here off the top of the vehicle, which would be nice. And on the back, I got the wife and I's, which you guys saw in the previous video. I installed this hitch, and I was able to use my 2-piece back here. I will do a review here in 2 weeks. We're gonna head about 300 miles north, and I will give any updates if I have any issues, but if I don't, I'm gonna say this was a win. $36 is what I had total. I looked it up for the auction. This doesn't look like it was used, so I think we got lucky here. This is a big win. Sometimes you get lucky at the auction. You just never know. Anyways, if you made it this far, I appreciate you very much. Make sure you like and subscribe. Help a guy out. Hope to see you here very soon again on the OGC. Until next time.